Hey, what's up everybody? This is GreyMan here. Today has been an extremely busy day helping out family and stuff like that. So what I've decided today to do for today's video is kind of I did a video for my members, what is it, a week or last week or the week before? Kind of like a tour of my garden and whatnot. A lot of you folks know that this is me and my wife's first year gardening. So we're trying a lot of different things with grow bags and some other things. So that being said, I'm going to share that video with you folks, the subscribers. I figured I gave them the opportunity to check that out, like a kind of like a premiere or preview of it. So if you members are watching this, this is the video that I released to you guys a couple weeks back. And I plan on doing a follow-up video with this one as well. Maybe if I get a chance this afternoon, maybe I will show you, where we at with the garden now, because the plants have grown tremendously, surprisingly, and I'd like to show that off as well. And you guys can kind of, help me along. Some of you the gardeners out there, you experienced gardeners, can kind of give me tips and stuff, which some of you folks did in regards to, let's say, the broccoli and stuff like that. And that being said, I've got a lot of folks that have sent me some seeds and some other seeds that we have that we're going to be starting here this week as well. So I think that'll be pretty cool. So in the video, I do reference a couple things like about Tuesday's live stream, which I think was last week, which is I didn't have a guest or something like that. So disregard that and anything that might be, seem a little outdated because it's something that I recorded a couple weeks back or a week or so ago, something like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'd like to read your comments as always in regards to our progress and what you think. And like I said, we do have a lot of other things that we're going to be putting in the ground. It is not a huge garden, but it's our, it's our testing grounds and learning and honing our skills in regards to the gardening aspect of things and becoming more self-sufficient. So enough of me rambling. I'm going to go ahead and cut that video in. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. And I will see you guys tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a mail call from a couple folks who have sent me some really cool stuff that I want to share with you guys. I think it'll be pretty cool, and I want to say thank you to those folks. And there's some other things that we're going to be talking about tomorrow night as well. And like I said, you never know. May have guests, may not. You never know. Thursdays can always be intriguing. I've done some really cool stuff. And matter of fact, I did something last week or the week before that I got to take care of as well. So that being said, again, hopefully you enjoy this video, and just kind of disregard certain things when I talk about members and stuff like that. But I figured why not share it, at least have some sort of content for the day for the rest of the subscribers to check out. And like I said, I'll do a follow-up video. Maybe I'll drop it on Friday as a bonus video for everyone to kind of see an update where the garden has progressed and so on and so forth. All right, so other than that, you guys have a great day or great afternoon, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, Gray, roll the footage. Everybody, this is GreyMan here. So this is going to be a members only video. I figured it's been a while since I've done anything on the members only thing, and I kind of want to start putting content on there. So I figured I'd give you guys a sneak peek of what we got growing in our garden and what we're transplanting and all that stuff like that, because this is our first year doing this. I'm just going to use my phone and run with it. And some of you guys may be aware that I technically don't have a guest for tonight's live stream, and the reason being is the folks that had lined up for tonight, they had a family emergency. Someone is sick, rather very sick, and I told them not to worry about that I can either run it by myself, or maybe I'll get a surprise guest, or someone will reach out to me and we'll get a guest on for this evening. If not, it'll just be me. But we'll figure it out, guys, and we'll come up with something. You gotta move on the fly, you know what I mean? So whatever happens, happens. Anyways, so let me show you guys what my wife and I have been doing for our gardening. Like I said, this is our first year. If you guys have tips and stuff, you guys are more than welcome to put them down in the comments. And here we go. Let me flip this camera around for you folks to see, and I'll kind of point at what I think is what. Hopefully I get it right. All right. Alright, so these all here are all tomato plants. Actually, there's a lot of tomato plants, because these here are some of her tomato plants here. These are tomato plants, and all these guys are tomato plants. Now, I know she said these are a different type of tomato plant than what she has in the back, which I'll show you guys here shortly. But these are some of the tomato plants that she's growing from seedlings, from seed, and growing into these little guys. And these are ones that she's trading for other plants around the community, and also that she's giving to some folks that are learning gardening and whatnot, just to kind of help them get started. So again, these are all tomato plants here. And they're not doing too bad, you know. It is a windy day out here in Florida. And just so you guys are curious, this is a jasmine plant. She just loves the smell of jasmine. She got that and it's been kind of blooming pretty good and whatnot. Alright, so here is, if I say this term correctly, this is echinacea, if that's correct. From my understanding, it takes almost a year to get this going, but she started it this year. And they're starting to bud up all over the place, as you can see there. So that's kind of what they look like as they're budding up. And then over here, oh man, I forgot what she said this was. It's some sort of leafy vegetable, and there's two kinds. I forgot, she said the purple kind and this kind. And I can't think of the name for it for nothing. I know here this is like a spring mix. She got like a seed pack of various different stuff, and you can see there's some color down there. I think it's like spinach and kale and a bunch of other stuff she said she gets going on there. These here are going to be transplanted very soon. And the tomato plants over there are going to be transplanted as well. What we have is, we have these grow bags here, and I'll show you, we got some plants already transplanted into those. And then we got some of these 5 gallon, or they're not 5 gallon, I think they're like 3 gallon, what are they? No, 1.7 gallon, there we go, 1.7 gallon buckets here to put some plants in as well. This here is a mystery plant. This was empty, and we were having dinner one day, and she was cutting up, I think, like, you know, leeks or onions or however you want to call it. And these were just like little buds. They were just like these little things with a little bit of green and some roots. I decided to put them in here, and this is literally a week later, or about a week and a half later, and they are doing very well, as you can see there. So it goes to show that when you're cooking, that you can reuse some of these products, and kind of, you know, and then regrow them, because now I can snip these here and continuously grow, you know, snip, use them for, you know, for cooking and whatnot, and then let them regrow. So that's what's all on this table here, and those are the grow bags there. Switch over back to me as we walk over to the other side. But and then she has this plant. I can't think of what this plant is called. She called it something. Here, I'll show it to you guys. Maybe you guys will know what it's called. But I forget what she said, but she said not to water it. So I don't know. So I'm not watering that plant today. But it's this guy here. I think it's called a plumeria. If I recall correctly, she's raising a plumeria for a friend of hers who gave her this plant. And then he gave her some seeds to use. He wants her help raising some of these plumeria plants. And as you can see, the soil is just regular Florida soil. And that's what he said was best used for this. Those are some of our supplies over there and some of her stuff there. Now this guy is doing really, really well. This is my Blackberry plant. As you guys can see, it is doing very, very well. And we got it here in this grow bag here. And like I said, it's doing pretty good. I plan on, the reason I got it here in this area is in case I need to tie it off to something, and I'll let it grow up. We may move it around, but we don't know for sure. This is the wife's bok choy. As you can see, that's the size of my hand, and I got a pretty good sized hand. This is her bok choy that she has growing in this grow bag here, which is doing extremely well. Extremely well. Alright, moving on to this one here. This is a watermelon plant. And as you guys might be able to see down here, let me see if I can get my hands down there, but this here is a bud for a watermelon. Watermelons grow good in Florida. As you can see, there's some flowers there as well. Whoops. She has this plant. I'm going to move this around. Like I said, this is not going to be the most professional video, but that is one of her watermelon plants there. Now this guy here, is also a watermelon plant, but a different variety. It's like when these bloom, these watermelon plants here, the fruit that you get from it are going to be tremendously huge. These are your normal size here, and this is like monster size. So we kind of got that going up right there, and of course we're going to do some stuff as we're building our garden out. We're going to put some cages and stuff. Now, this is where we've been struggling. All this here is broccoli. Now, it's okay and not okay. During the day, it gets very, very, limp, if that makes any sense. So we're working on this. Like, again, this is our first time gardening, but this is our spinach. We'll see how it goes and how it turns out. Matter of fact, on that table back there, over there, I had one of the better spinaches. Maybe I'll walk over there. And then here she has a couple other tomato plants. I know they're really close to each other, but she's doing an experiment to see how these two plants will work together as a whole in the size of this bucket. So we shall see. And let me just run over here real fast. We do got some mangoes there. Where is that spinach? Oh, okay. So this are the broccoli. This is the broccoli plant that's doing pretty good. Back here it's shaded. We moved this one to the side because it's doing fairly well. So when we transplant it to something like this, here it'll be a lot better. All right. The mango tree's right there. That's the size of the mango tree. It is massive on the house there. And then over there we have an avocado tree growing as well. All right, so let's go to our initial garden. And you know that that watermelon plant back there that we have, if you guys remember, about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago, it was just a little tiny guy. I remember showing it on one of my live streams, and look where it's at now within a couple of weeks. All right, so here we are. This is she took a what's the word I'm looking for, a box spring, took it all apart and reused the wood to make this this raised garden. And this is our experiment as well. This is her what do they call it? This is a beefsteak tomato plant there. That's growing relatively well. She has some zucchini down here that she's dropped in, and down there, those are cuttings from the beefsteak right there. She wanted to see if she could take the cuttings that she trims off there, replant them, and see if they'll grow. Now here, this here is all this here is sweet potatoes, and she's been taking slips and then replanting slips in here, and the sweet potatoes are just growing really, really good. They're doing very, very well. Now back here, let me see if I can come across here. This is the peppermint that we took out. This was planted in here, and we learned that you're not supposed to put peppermint plants in your garden bed. So now the peppermint plant is in this little container that she put it in, and it's doing very well. It smells like good peppermint. I like it. I put some in my mouth. I mean, I've taken a piece of, let's say, we'll grab a leaf here, and yeah, and it's peppermint. We plan on doing some, pulling some of the leaves off and making some peppermint tea and stuff like that. So I think that'll be pretty cool. But if you just keep on chewing on it, it's all I get is peppermint, which is really, really cool. All right, let me finish up the garden tour. So this over here is carrots. She has carrots all over the place. If you can see, all those are carrots as well. So that, again, that's the beefsteak tomato there. But all these are the carrots down in here, and they're doing pretty good. At least it looks like it. She kind of bunched them up a bit, but as you can see, the sweet potatoes are doing really, really, really well. So we also have what We have Swiss chard that we're going to be dropping in. We have passion flower that we're going to be dropping in. Sunflower that we're going to be dropping in. Mark from Rolling Homestead is sending me some seeds for dandelions, because I want to have some dandelions. He's also going to send me some dandelion jam and some dandelion roots, because I want to do a video on making coffee, a form of coffee from the dandelion root. I want to do that video as well. And what else do we have dropping in? I know she has some other plants, and she also is going to be doing a little herb garden. I think she has like basil, chives, and a few other things that she's starting. So we did have a blueberry plant that didn't work out so well. It didn't make it. So I talked to a few of you folks out there in YouTube land, and we're going to try again as it gets a little cooler. We're going to buy, maybe a plant that's about 12 to 14 inches, already somewhat developed, and run it through the cooler months, because here in Florida, my temperature, I'm in region 9, I think, we can grow, I think the temperatures never get below, like, let's say, I don't know, I think 35, 40, if that, when it gets really, really cold, if you want to call that cold. Rudy over at Alaska Prepper would know cold, you know what I mean? And some of you other folks up there in the Wisconsin and northern regions in Canada and whatnot. But I think that's about wraps it up in regards to the garden. I want to thank you members for being the folks that you are, and going an extra mile for the channel. I truly appreciate it, and I plan to do more content for you folks. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot, to be honest with you. And I think that's about it. We'll see how tonight rolls out in regards to if we have a guest or not. If not, like I said, we'll just roll with it. All right? So you guys have a great and fantastic day, and I'll see some of you folks this evening. You guys have a good one. God bless. Stay safe. This is GreyMan, and I am out. See you on the rebound.